Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Shane and today we are sitting down and recreating a look. I came across this look on Pinterest and I'm gonna link the original creator down below because I don't want to take any credit for this look, but I saw it and I thought it was I just thought it was incredible. I thought it was also a really good challenge. So today I found the perfect opportunity to sit down and film, and I'm really actually happy with the way that it came out. So if you want to see how I got this look, then please keep watching. So my hair is currently setting, so it looks really crazy, but I went ahead and I already filled in my eyebrows because I just wanted to jump right into eyeshadows. We're going to be using mostly the James Charles palette. Now, if you didn't see vlog either 512 or 513, it was called Customizing My James Charles palette, you would have no idea why or how I did that. Simply, it's just easy for me to find the shade names because I lost that little like clear acetate that went over with the names on it. So that is just kind of for me for reference. So first thing I'm going to do is take a combination of Love That and Skip, and I'm going to take it on a denser crease brush. And I'm first just going to start working this right into our crease. Oh, nope. I do this almost every time. Why do I do this almost every time? We need a little bit of tape to get us started so we have nice clean lines at the end of this look. And once the tape is on, we can continue our first step. Now, I found when practicing this look, it was a lot of just like back and forth between colors, which you're gonna see a lot of. So something like this where it's so layered and there are so many colors involved, don't be surprised if you're going, again, back and forth between colors, adding some more. Really, that's kind of what it takes to pull a look together like this, at least in my experience. So there's gonna be a lot of that in today's tutorial, I think. Once I'm happy with the pink, next we are going to pick up the yellow shade called B. And honestly, there wasn't a lot of this color in this look, a little bit here and there. But I just want to sweep this on the very top of our pink. But based off of the picture, it kind of looks like the color is mostly on like the inner corner. So that's why I'm going to concentrate most of the color and then just kind of use whatever's left to blend out the rest of the eye. So starting again at the very inner corner where I want the most color, right above that pink line, and then I'm going to continue blending. And honestly, I think my daughter and husband may be coming down in a minute, so we may have to switch over to voiceover in a second. We'll see. But I'm just going to take again the remaining product on my brush and just sweep it over the rest of the pink, but I want the brightest part to be in that inner corner. Next, just dusting off the 507 brush, I'm gonna be going into this kind of burnt orange shade called Code James. And this is gonna go right in between the yellow and the pink, so it's transitioning between those two colors. And I have a feeling that once I'm done with this, I'm gonna have to go back into the pinks, so we're gonna do a little bit of back and forth at this point. You don't need a whole lot of Code James, honestly, and I'm gonna use a very, very, very light touch. And it's actually not getting rid of the pink as much as I thought it would, but I probably am still gonna follow up with our pinks. But just very lightly add a little bit of that shadow. And then I think I'm just gonna go into Love That on the Morphe 507, which was the darker of the two pinks that we used, and just add a little bit more of that as well. When you're layering colors like this, you really just want to take your time. Make sure the colors aren't like blending together and looking muddy. So really just pay attention to what it's looking like as you go. And in the end, it should all come together and really look beautiful. I think I'm even gonna take the pinks and drag it down to my outer corners as well. Just a little bit because it looks like we're going to be adding some purples as well, but it looks like on the very outer corner she has that pink. So I'm using more of Love That than Skip. Again, I'm just kind of dusting this on that outer third. Then I'm going to take a little bit of a denser Morphe brush, which is the 321. Same idea as the 507, just a little shorter and a little more stiff. I'm first going to go into Single, which is this purple here right next to Skip. And this is the color that I've been having the most issues with, so we're gonna see how it works today, if it wants to cooperate or not. All the other colors I haven't had an issue with, it's just that particular purple. So on my Morphe 321, I'm going to, let's see, brought you in a little closer so you can see better what's going on. But again, it's not fully on the outer corner, so I'm going to just kind of use my brush to stipple the product on. And it looks like she has it going a little bit into the crease as well. So I like to look down into my mirror, especially when I'm doing like cut creases, so I can see where my natural crease line is gonna fall, because I cut my crease right over my natural crease line. So I'm kind of paying attention to where I'm gonna cut my crease later in the look, so that way this color will still show up. So I put a little bit in that outer corner, and then again kind of smudged it into the crease. And I'm letting most of the product fall into the lid, which will be cut later on anyway, because I just want a very thin line of purple in that crease when we're done. I'm going back into the pinks a little bit just to combat that purple in the crease, just to bring it back to life a little bit, all while trying to keep the orange and the yellow still visible. God, I'm excited. I think at this point we're gonna cut the crease and see what we're working with. So I'm going to use my LA Pro Girl concealer in porcelain, put a little bit on the back of my hand, and then with my stiff flat shader brush, Morphe 324, I'm gonna use this brush and start marking out our crease. And this one actually, we really only gonna cut the crease about a third of the way in, so not even halfway in. We're not cutting a whole lot, but just a little bit in the front here. So let's see. With that being said, I'm gonna pause on the concealer real quick. I'm also kind of showing you like my thought process with creating looks today, because we're recreating, so I'm basing my entire look off of a picture. Before we go into it, it seems like there's a dark purple that goes quite far into the lid. So I'm gonna take Escape here, which is a dark matte purple. And this one doesn't really seem to go into the crease that much, so I'm gonna just kind of sweep it back and forth here. I think I'm gonna have to switch to a like flat shader brush to do so, to get a little more pigmentation. I'm just going to pat this color. I think I'm gonna bring it in about halfway. And I'm gonna bring it up right to the crease line, but I'm not going over it. And then I just wanna blend out the edge of that just a tiny bit. So with no extra product on this brush, I'm just going in to blend it out a little bit. Okay, good. I think we're good with that. So let me do the same thing on the other eye, and then we will go ahead and cut the crease. As I'm applying the concealer, I'm making sure that you can still see purple above that concealer line. So don't bring it up too high, but that's also why we applied our eyeshadow a little farther up than maybe normal, because I really wanted to make sure that the end product, you'd be able to see all the layers of color. Alright, once our concealer is applied, let's see what I want to do. This part kind of stumped me because I was trying to practice this look the other day. I just didn't get very far. So I want to apply, she has like a white on the very inner corner. So I have not used the white in this palette yet, and that white is called Flashback, and it's this first large color here. So we're gonna try it. I'm gonna pick it up on a flat shader, and I'm going to pack this right on top of that concealer and try to get it right up to the line where the concealer stops, but don't go over. This white is not as white as I would like it to be. So I have this white in my Disney designer, but it's like shimmery, and I don't know if that's what I want. I love it for my inner corner, but I think I'm just gonna have to go with it because I don't believe I have another matte white. I don't know if the concealer that I used today was just a little too on the yellow side, but it just seems to transfer some of that pink on that concealer. So I'm gonna even go ahead and apply a little more concealer to get rid of that pink again. So that's not what I want. And originally it was gonna be matte, but this time it's gonna be a shimmer because I know that this one is super pigmented. Yeah. At least it's on the inner corner as well. You know, it's not that big of a deal. So I'm gonna fill that whole concealed gap with our white. And I love using this little detail brush. This is the Morphe 213. It's just a little detail brush. I love using it for cut creases to get that shadow right up against that line. Again, just without going over. Once our white is applied, I'm going to pick up Skip and apply this right next to the purple. We're gonna start blending that seam that the concealer created. I'm just using soft, like very, very quick strokes to start hiding that line, and also into the detailed brush as well to get right up toward that. Actually, ooh, This detail brush worked a little bit better than that fluffy one, so I think I'm gonna use this to blend my colors. Honestly, take your time when blending. The more time you take and the more you blend it out, I think the better it's gonna look at the end. And then if I feel like I wanna further blend now, I'll go back into that fluffy brush and just go over that a little bit. Oh yes. Oh, I think I found my new favorite technique for cutting creases because that looks beautiful. Then, after I wiped off that 213 detail brush, I'm gonna pick up our yellow B again, and again go right next to the pink, in between the pink and the white. That was so stressful. At this point, we can go ahead and remove the tape. Ooh boy, we had quite a bit of fallout this time. I was using so much color. Look at my curls, they're like falling out. That's alright, no biggie. Alright, so at this point in my look, I'm gonna go ahead and do up the face real quick, but because my last two tutorials, I showed you like the full face routine, I really just wanna concentrate on the eyes today, so I'm gonna skip the face, but I still am gonna show you, I'm just gonna speed it up, so my ear is itchy. But once I am done a couple steps in the face, I will bring you back and we'll talk more about the eyes, possibly a voiceover because I thought they were coming down, but they're still not down here, so I don't know what the heck they're doing.
Here's Mama. How you doing?
What's the matter with you?
Arrow clawed at her. Like, literally, there's not even a mark. I just think she's
Baby.
Nice close-up.
For my waterline and my inner corner, I'm going into this NYX Faux Whites in the color Lavender Blush.
Why are you on the camera?
Can you see it? Going back into Skip, I'm going to sweep this underneath my lower lash line, connecting it to the outer corner. Then back into Love That, also sweeping it on my lower lash line, but this time really just in those outer corners. Same color used on my lid, I'm going to highlight my inner corners as well as my brow bones. Then I'm going to go ahead and create my usual winged liner. The only difference in today's look when we get to the inner corner is I'm going to bring it down to a sharp point and connect it to my lower lash line. I'm going to set the liner using Spooky, just because I know this liner tends to crack and I don't want that to happen. Then going into my NYX Vivid Brights in a yellow neon shade, I'm going to trace right on top of my black liquid liner, but only starting about halfway. Same idea on the inner corners, just dragging the yellow right underneath the black line. 2 coats of mascara to my top and bottom lashes using L'Oreal's Telescopic. Then to add a little more color to my face, I'm using Physician Formula's Butter Bronzer. For highlight today, I'm using Jeffree Star's Skin Frost in the shade Regina George. It just leaves a really subtle light pink highlight. Pop on a pair of lashes. Today I'm using Huda Beauty's Farrah lashes. And then on my lips, I'm using Jeffree Star's Can't Relate. And I'm going to touch up the eyeliner if needed to blend the lash band into our lashes. Alright guys, so that completes our look. I hope you enjoyed. This look took a lot of time and a lot of patience, but I really like how it came out in the end. I think it was a really good challenge for me, and please check out the original creator of this look, again, down in the description. But if you guys enjoyed the video, please go ahead and leave a big thumbs up, and if you don't want to miss any new ones, please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys!